we're going to Be Well. And you're going to meet Marisa Sweeney, awesome human being. She's so cool. She's doing so much for so many people. And I can't wait to go in and see her. All right, so I'm Anthony Vitale here with the Vitale Group at Keller Williams. And this week we are meeting phenomenal person, Miss Marisa Sweeney. Tell everybody what you do. I know you do two things. You used to do a lot of things. I know you've recently cut back.
I've recently cut back really to kind of like hone in my focus on a handful of things. So I'm a registered dietitian and I own Be Well. That's where we are right now. So Be Well is a wellness center of a whole bunch of different health and wellness practitioners. We have a mental health team, which is comprised of a few psychologists and a social worker. It's myself, or I guess you could say the nutrition part of it, as well as two other dietitians. We have a yoga studio and an acupuncturist, and we're actually thinking about taking on a doctor as well, a physician very soon.
That's great.
And a whole bunch of other things that I'm missing. I'm a massage therapist, yoga studio, if I didn't say that. And it's meant to provide a very complete approach to wellness, having all these practitioners under one roof. So that's what I do. And I have done for the past 6 years. Like, Be Well is 6 years old.
Now you're bringing people in that are, who's your avatar? Who are the people that come and see you? Are they sick people? Are they people that are doing preventive medicine?
It's mostly preventative.
Yeah.
I mean, if not always preventative, I would have to say.
Right?
Yeah, which is really great because I think, there's definitely a place for all these services, I guess you could say, in more acute care, as in like these practitioners also, of the same type, work in hospitals and clinics and things like that, but where it has the most effectiveness is before the problem happens, actually taking proactive measures to increase your health and wellness, which is really nowadays like a very synonymous kind of term.
Yeah, an ounce of prevention, right?
Prevention.
Right, versus a pound of cure.
Exactly.
If you're doing all these great things, right? So massage is very important, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the massage therapist that we have, she's a registered nurse also, and she has like all these really impressive certifications too. So everybody here especially is almost overqualified for the service that they provide.
That's great.
So.
And chiropractic, do you do that as well?
Chiropractic is probably the only thing that we don't have here at this point. So and it's at the point too where we're kind of at capacity. So I would love to continue growing, but and I guess we have to find creative ways to do that. Because in terms of space, like, we are at the max.
I know a great real estate agent that could find space for you.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, shameless plug. The thing is that I think people are really coming around to now is that diet is really the most important thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't out-exercise bad diet. I mean, it's all, and the exercise is great because we absolutely do need to work out our physical bodies and, and all the benefit that comes along with that, but, and even like the mental health benefit that comes along with that, but what you're putting into your body and like what your body's metabolizing and all like the biochemistry that goes on there and how it relates to who you are now in terms of like your mood and your demeanor and even like your energy levels, so like both physically and mentally, but also in the long term too. Like, what are you doing now to prevent problems in the future, like chronic diseases in the future? And that also applies to both mental and physical. So what you put in your body has an impact that is beyond the short description that I just gave you now.
So you have a really fun thing that you do that's not just Be Well.
Yeah.
That's bringing people to this lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So I own the New Jersey Veg Fest. It's a vegan food festival.
Amazing.
And we do it, we have two big expos, I guess you could say, twice a year. So we have the Meadowlands event, and that's usually in October. It's 2 days. And then we have a big 2-day event over the summer in July in Atlantic City.
That's great.
And we get anywhere from something like around 10,000 people, like 10,000 attendees or so. This is the third year that we're doing this. It's growing in a big way.
Right, I've seen that.
As this plant-based movement, I think, is catching a little bit more traction and people are learning a little bit more about it, like the interest is there.
Right.
And everybody that comes into these festivals, like all our vendors, we get about like 150, 200 vendors or so. All these vendors are really local, small, plant-based businesses and restaurants and product developers and clothing companies and anybody that's trying to fit under that umbrella, but they're new. So mostly because it's plant-based, kind of, if you even want to put it in the same word as mainstream, is quite yet. I wouldn't say it's there, but it's like kind of shifting a little bit towards it as of only a few years ago. So to give these guys a market and a stage and a venue for people to come to and find out that you know, hey, if you are struggling doing the whole plant-based thing in the state of New Jersey, look at all these people that are right under your nose, these options and these restaurants and these, you know, food product developers, as I mentioned, and everything's right here, like right in your community, right in your state. I mean, I think it serves a dual benefit. Like, it creates community around them so they can grow and thrive, and also it brings the awareness of them just being available to people that are trying to do the plant-based thing. The next Veg Fest is actually coming up in 3 weeks, I think it is. So it's October 6th and 7th. This is Saturday and Sunday in the Meadowlands. And we have Dr. Joel Kahn as our keynote speaker.
Wow, that's really great.
And he's really phenomenal. But it's also during this particular Veg Fest, like, we have a ton. I think at this point we have 10 different chefs coming in doing cooking demos and everything. So, like, people really leave, you know, taking away an ability to recreate some stuff at home, and you know, like, cooking sometimes is pretty intimidating for people, and that could be a challenge of getting started in something like this. So it's gonna be really fun.
Great.
It's gonna be really
fun. And we're also, if anybody wants Marissa's services, we'll have your information, you know, somewhere down there or up there.
Yeah, I'm in network with everybody's medical insurance, so it usually doesn't cost much of anything for
That's
people
great.
to come see me.
All right, well, everyone at the Vitale Group, thanks you.
Thank you.
And look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yes,
Thanks.
you too.